Hello and welcome back. I'm Baron Battlebred, your guide through the streets and whispers of Wregate. Gather round, you lost folk, as we spiral back to the Timebreakers, trying to rewrite history and change their fates.
Timebreakers, Timebreakers.
When we had last left off, the Timebreakers had gone on a quick chase, but when they turned around, their companion Sarah had disappeared. Retracing their steps, they found signs of a scuffle. They followed the trail, which led them to an island in the middle of the shipping lanes, where they found a nearly dead guy whom they interrogated. Upon receiving the information that they wanted, they went off in search of the hideout. Upon finding the entrance to that hideout, they made their way down inside. And when they finally got through the hideout, Thaddeus has burst through a door and challenged what appears to be the main boss of the area to get his hands off of Sarah.
His damn axe off of Sarah?
Yes, my apologies. He told him to get his damn axe off of Sarah. Upon bursting into the room, though, you have triggered a battle. So if you could read off your initiative rolls for me, please.
24 for Sarah.
15 for Shimmer.
9 for Thaddeus.
18 for Elise.
Excellent. All right.
And it doesn't want to show me that.
No?
Yeah.
Well, I have it all here.
Access to see the initiative tracker, but we'll just have to
Oh, there it is.
track.
With
Figured it out.
everything else, I've rolled for the remaining of the people inside this room, and that puts Sarah on the front lines with their 24. Go ahead, Sarah.
Is it possible for me to get out of this bag?
You are currently technically restrained. You would need to make an athletics check in order to escape the bag, but that would take your action.
Can I do an acrobatics check?
No.
Explains why they caught me. All right, 16.
All right. A 16. You have been stabbing out of this bag for some time, and you have damaged it fairly extensively, along with taking a slight walloping from the axe of the man standing in front of you. So you come bursting out of this bag on top of the table. Thaddeus, you watch as Sarah just shreds this item and is now standing on the table, sword drawn.
So before I end my turn, I would like to take my bonus action to rage.
Absolutely.
So, unbeknownst to Thaddeus, Sarah's underwent some personal modifications of her own. And you see her eyes go from the blue shade that they normally are to glowing red. And you see steam start pouring out of all of her fucking joints. And then you see, like, my joints and my armor plates reconfigure themselves to allow for greater movement.
Interesting. Okay. Sarah is standing on the table, steam pouring out of her. Her eyes are blazing red lights now. Thorin looks absolutely shocked, staring at this robot that is now technically towering over him. But Elise, it comes to your turn. You are back in the hallway, behind where Thaddeus burst through the door.
Sarah's not bound or anything. Like, there's no manacles.
Nope,
She has
they
free
shoved
movement.
me in a bag and I got out of the bag is what I'm taking.
Okay, cool. In that case, Thorin is adjacent to one of Elise's allies, which means sneak attack is applicable.
Yes, it does.
So let's go with a good old crossbow shot or short bow shot.
All right.
16?
16 does not hit. You take your shot and you watch as the bolt just kind of slips past the thick plate armor that this man is wearing. Like, it just bounces right off of him. He doesn't
In
even
that
notice.
Was that with advantage?
It's not advantage if it's just an ally next to him.
Okay.
Unless we're doing some kind of flanking modification.
Yeah. This, I would consider this a flanking modification. His back is turned towards you.
Because he's looking at the robot, shocked on what the fuck did I just get myself into?
No good. That roll was worse.
F.
As
Advantage, it rolled an 8.
Right? As a bonus action, we'll try and telekinetically shove Thorin.
Okay. What do I need to do for that?
Strength test, strength save for 17.
He gets a 19.
He doesn't move.
He feels it though. Sarah, you watch as he he sways a little bit as something tries to push him, and he's going to turn his head back towards Thaddeus. Like, what the hell was that? And that brings
And
us to Shimmer's turn.
Do we want to get him to not be able to take his actions?
Okay, how do you want to do that?
I'm going to take out my Reveler's Concertina and cast Otto's Irresistible Dance on Thorin.
Oh
at
no.
So
Oh no.
it is a 20 wisdom save.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm waiting for this next. Oh no!
Hang on.
After you roll your wisdom save.
He actually has a really good wisdom save, and he gets a nat
God
20.
damn it.
That's a 27.
And I only have one charge on that damn thing.
You hear his feet tippy tap for a second, and then he stops and he stares at you. And Thaddeus, you see him look past you just a little bit, and he's going to point his axe towards you, and he's just gonna shout, "Go!" And his dog is going to come charging towards you.
I still have my bonus action.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Go ahead.
Using bonus action to give Sarah Bardic Inspiration. Since I'm still using the concertina and I'm gonna switch when I realize it's not working. I'm gonna switch the song to Bardic Inspiration.
Are you a Valor bard?
No.
Okay. What type of bard are you?
College of Eloquence.
That makes sense. Anything else from you, Shimmer?
No.
All right. As your turn ends, Thorin is going to point his axe at Thaddeus, and he's going to shout his command, and his dog is going to charge towards you. Thaddeus, you watch as this two-headed dog comes charging towards you, both heads just yapping and snarling as it lunges and makes a bite attack.
Cool.
That is a 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
As both sets of fangs sink into you, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
8.
8 does not work.
I kind of figured.
You are going to take 8 points of piercing damage, and you are poisoned. It shakes you a little bit, and you can feel its saliva like seeping into the wound, and it burns terribly as you are poisoned by this creature. And behind the creature, Thorin Ironloak, mad at Sarah, seeing that his dog is dispatching of you, Thaddeus, he's going to turn, and he's going to try and sweep your legs out from under you, Sarah, with his axe.
I fucking dare you.
This will be, I will need you to make an athletics save for me.
Athletics?
Yes.
No! Doesn't have to hit my AC or anything?
No, this is a contested save.
Yeah. Well, my ass is about to be prone.
I mean, maybe. He got a 9.
Do I get an advantage for? Okay, I got an 11. But do I have an advantage for
for rage?
raging?
No. Maybe? No,
Or have
athletics is
advantage on
dex.
strength checks.
Athletics, strength, or dex?
Strength.
Oh,
You have
then
advantage
yeah,
on
you have
strength
advantage.
checks and saving throws, but not attacks.
Yeah, then you would have advantage with your rage.
Yeah.
But you win anyway because he rolled a 9. And you feel his axe just slam into the side of your leg, blunt side first. And when that doesn't work, he is going to reach out with a spiked gauntleted fist and try and punch you. That is a 25.
I will parry.
All right, what does parry do?
When another creature damages you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to expend 1 superiority die to reduce the damage by the number you've rolled plus 4.
Okay. Well, he is going to hit you for 13 bludgeoning damage.
Which gets reduced by half because I'm raging, and then I roll a d8. That's a d10. Wrong dice. D8. So I take 1.5 points of damage.
Rounded to 2. Yes, you would take 2 points of bludgeoning damage because his 13 rounds down. Oh no, his 13 would round down to 6, and then your 6 would negate it entirely. So yeah, with your rage and your parry, you take no damage as his fist slams into you. Okay. Thaddeus, that comes to your turn.
Yeah, this dog has to go. I'm going to attack it twice.
Oh, go for it.
Disadvantage, right?
Why would you have disadvantage?
Poison.
Oh, you're poisoned. Yes.
Oh, do you have disadvantage?
I'm the one
All
who
right.
poisoned you. You think I would know that?
17.
17 will hit.
Excellent. So, light hammer strike number 1. 8 points of
You have
damage.
2 attacks. I still don't have 2 attacks.
8 points of damage hurts.
Okay, I'm going to attack it again because I have 2 attacks.
Yeah, go for it.
12.
12 hits. It's just a dog. It's got no armor.
Excellent. 7 points of damage.
Wow.
On what level are we?
5.
5. Okay. Just making sure. It greatly changes what I can do to this guy if we were level 6.
All right. Thaddeus, you take your strikes at the dog. Anything else from you?
Oh, that's going to be it for now.
Gotcha. At this point, the 3 cultists in the room are going to move in. 2 of them towards Sarah, and the one standing next to you, Thaddeus, is going to take a swipe at you.
Cool.
5.
Does not hit.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is a natural 1.
Does not hit.
You watch as he goes to take a swipe at you, and while he does so, the dog's flailing second head gets struck instead, where he deals 7 more points of damage as his scimitar just kind of cuts into its neck.
Thaddeus looks at the guy and he's like, thanks, buddy.
The 2 behind Sarah are going to take swipes at her.
I already used my reaction this turn, so it gets cast.
That's a 16 and an 11 as 2 scimitar slashes come towards you.
Yeah, they don't hit.
They do not. One misses entirely and one bounces off your shield. But that takes us back to the top of the round. Sarah, it is your turn. You have 3 opponents by you.
Aaron, as I heard him say go, and a dog starts to attack Thaddeus.
Yes?
And, he punched me.
He did punch you.
That too.
He tried to knock you down and he did punch you.
Where's they use my feet,
Which feet?
I think. No, okay, it says when I hit with a melee weapon attack, so I have to hit first.
All right.
Where's my rapier wounding? I have less of a hit chance. That's weird. Oh, well, that's it.
Your rapier of wounding has less of a hit chance because your other rapier is a +1. But with a 9, that does not hit. You go to stab him with the pointy end of your rapier, and you watch as your blade just kind of bends against his plate chest armor and snaps back. No damage dealt.
God damn it.
Is there anything else you could do?
I only have 1 attack action.
Movement, bonus action, anything?
Bonus actions would be rage, which I already raging, and movement action. I'm good right here.
Okay. That brings us back to Elise.
Let's go for a repeat. We're going to try and sneak attack against Thorin.
Got it. His attention is drawn on Sarah, so you do have advantage.
22.
22 does hit.
29
Jeez.
points of damage.
So that's 8 with the short bow and then 21 from sneak attack.
Yeah.
God
Wow.
damn! What the fuck?
That hurt.
How did you get 5d6 sneak attack?
I'm level 9.
Oh god, why are you level 9? All right.
We all started at different levels.
Yeah.
So with 29 damage to Thorin, your arrow buries itself into one of the crooks of his arm plates, like up near his shoulder. And he's going to whip around from Sarah, and he's going to kind of stare at you. You're technically behind the door and Thaddeus, so you're going to have 3/4 cover. But Thorin is going to launch. Hang on, I'm bringing it up here.
He takes his turn. I get my bonus action? Or is this a reaction?
This is a reaction
Okay.
as he hellish rebukes you.
Oh, watch out for the fucking warlock in full plate.
He is going to hit you for.
I think there's an anti-paladin or a blackguard oath he probably has. Or Oathbreaker.
He is going to hellish rebuke you for 18 points of fire damage.
You bastard!
Now his attention is focused on you guys in the hallway. Elise, your next move?
Let's bonus action for telekinetic shove. Get one of these death dogs a little bit farther away from Thaddeus.
It's one death dog with 2 heads.
Yeah, okay, we'll push him away.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Strength save 17 is what you have to make.
He got a 12.
5
How far
feet
is
away.
he? Whoosh. Thaddeus the dog has been pushed off of you.
And that ends my turn.
It is now Shimmer's turn.
I think best bet would be Eldritch Blast,
It's a classic.
of course.
Yeah.
I think against 3 and 6, actually.
Against both
actually,
ends?
no. Actually, 6 in the dog.
Got it. So you're going to hit you're going after the cultist and the death dog.
Okay, 6 against the cultist. 12, I mean, against 12 to hit.
12 does hit. Wow.
6 points of damage.
Nice.
That is not great rolls. 30 to hit the dog.
Is that a nat 20?
Should have hit that. That is a nat 20. I should have gone after Thorin. Can I switch it to Thorin?
No. No, but how do you kill this dog? How do you kill the death dog?
First, 16 points of damage.
Yeah.
And
it's dead.
is I want the beam to go into one mouth and out the other.
Ugh.
Basically redirected at the heart and exploding the heart inside it.
Jesus, fuck, that's brutal.
Shimmer's terrifying when they're fighting. Okay. That is one dead death dog.
And you asked how Shimmer knows so much about murder.
Yeah. Jesus, fuck.
Dead death dog. Okay. With the death dog dead, Thorin cannot make a command, so that brings it to Thorin's turn on its own. Thorin, he is staring at this group of adventurers who has come in to rescue their little robot and watched as you killed his dog. And he's not happy about it.
Yeah, but he's no John Wick.
You watch as he's going to bury his axe in the stone at his feet, and he's going to reach out with both hands. And you watch as a small flame appears between them, rushes out towards you, Elise and Shimmer, and he's going to hit you with a flame strike as a vertical column of fire roars down from the heavens on the location he specifies. I need a dex save from both of you, Elise and Shimmer.
I'm good at those. I say as I roll a 2, 8 total.
17.
That's perfect. Elise, you will save. Shimmer, you will not. And you will take 8d6 fire damage. Not the worst rolls. I see he got a couple of ones in his damage rolls, so you're only going to take 29 points of damage. Points of fire damage. Elise?
Evasion.
That's what I thought. Elise rolls out of the way, and Shimmer gets blasted.
Ow.
I always imagine that there's like a barrel nearby, and you just see Elise like poke her head up out of the barrel, like, whoa, what was that?
There wasn't a barrel, but there suddenly is a barrel every single time. Even if there shouldn't be a barrel.
Thorin is going to say,
she is an arcane trickster, so it could be like some kind of like magical barrier that she throws up.
oh, yeah, that's possible.
It's a magical barrel.
It's a magical barrel.
It's a magical barrel.
It's a magical barrel made out of cards.
Perfect.
She has so many decks of cards on her.
Like throws them out like Gambit, and it creates a barrel that she jumps into afterwards instead of like summoning the barrel around her.
Thorin is going to stare at you guys, having been hit by his fire blast, and he's going to say, "Back off! We was contracted. This one's ours." And Thaddeus, it's your turn.
My turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am going to So I got a couple options. I can either move to Shimmer and cast heroism to give 4 points of 4 points of healing, temp
Okay.
HP. Or I can attack number 1 there, or I can go and attack Thorin after I cast Branding Smite.
It's your choice.
Isn't Smite a on hit?
Well, I cast it on myself, but then my next attack roll gets a 2d6 bonus.
Attack?
Yeah. So, yeah, Branding Smite is a little different than a regular smite. It's a concentration spell.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it's radiant damage.
I believe so, yes.
Nice. Cool.
So, yeah. Well, what is everybody else thinking?
I'm gonna say no to healing me because, like, I have a healing word, and yeah, that won't do much, but, like, I'd rather kill the guy first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah, I'm gonna
healing
go
word
ahead.
is a bonus action.
I'm going to attack number 1.
Okay, go for it.
But I'm only going to attack him once. And then I'll figure out if I'm going to attack him a second time or not.
Go for it.
27?
Yeah, that hits. That hits a lot.
6?
Yeah, that hits. How do you kill number 1?
Oh. Basically, I'm like, hey, thanks for dealing with the deaf dog. And then I bring my hammer down straight on top of his head and just crush straight through his skull.
Yeah, you would. As you're crushing him, you notice that what comes out of him is not a blood, but a black ichor. And he melts away into a gooey puddle that sizzles for a second and then disappears.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, that can't be good.
Constructs, I see. Got it.
All right. That brings us to the 2 remaining numbers. 3 and 6 are going to take their swipes at Sarah with a 6
No,
and a 16.
still no.
So you guys watch as Sarah is just taking these hits, but you realize that these cultists do not seem to be strong enough to do any real damage to Sarah's mechanical body. As we go back to the top of the round. Sarah, it's your turn.
Hear a big hiss of steam pouring out as I take my swing.
All right.
Does a 19 hit
Does a 19 hit who?
Thorin
A 19 does not hit Thorin.
with his back turned to me? Sad. Do I have advantage?
I normally I would give you advantage in this instance, as he is technically engaged with your teammates down the hall. But you are surrounded by enemies, and so you would have disadvantage, but we'll call this straight roll. So,
Okay.
no.
Also,
Oh, Brett,
He
really
did
quickly, can I
take an
cast
attack
Branding
earlier.
Smite as my end action?
You want to branding smite your weapon? Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sarah, what was that?
he also did take an attack action on everyone else by turning away from me. Would I get an attack of opportunity for that one?
No. While he
Okay.
did take an attack action against other people, he did not move out of your range.
But he did cast a spell.
He,
Is what I'm saying.
hmm.
In melee. So unless he has that feat.
That is a good question. Does he have that feat? He does not have that feat. So, yeah, actually, you are correct. You would get your attack of opportunity. Go for it.
And 17. So no. Nope. Next turn.
All right. Elise, you have just dodged a massive column of fire.
We'll keep the pressure on. Keep firing that short bow.
Yeah, okay.
But the arrow goes too far.
Is that with advantage?
Oh no. I'll roll again.
He is engaged.
Yeah, that should hit.
Yeah, because you go after Sarah, each time Sarah takes an attack at him, they re-engage. So 23 does hit, yes.
All right. And with the sneak attack for 25.
Ouch. That hurts a lot. Like, a lot. He's got 2 arrows sticking out of him now, one in each shoulder, that have, like, slipped through the pauldrons. Slipped through the cracks in the pauldrons. He is not happy about that. You watch as he kind of, like, he's trying to move him out of the way, but his armor is too thick, and he can't reach around to pull him out. Anything else, Elise?
The death dog is gone,
The
right?
death dog is gone,
Okay.
and so is cultist number 1.
All right. I'd like to shove cultist number 6 is still there, right?
Yes.
Telekinetically shove, maybe get some of that pressure off of Sarah.
Okay.
DC 17 strength save.
Yeah, I got a 4. Sarah, you watch as one of the cultists that was hassling you is pushed away by an invisible force.
What cultists?
Shimmer, it's your turn. Right. I guess they're not really hassling you if they can't fucking hit.
Eldritch Blast. On 6 again. 19 to hit.
19 doesn't. Oh, 19 does hit 6, yes.
9 damage.
6 gets struck by your Eldritch Blast and melts away into a puddle of black goo.
Haha. And I'm gonna try to hit Thorin with an Eldritch Blast
Oh yeah, go for it.
with my 29. Will
Fucking 29 does hit.
of fucking course I only rolled a 1 damage, 6 total damage.
6 damage.
At least you have a plus there.
Yeah.
You watch as your Eldritch Blast flies past Thaddeus and strikes Thorin like square in his back, and he's gonna like his arms come out. He arches for a second, and Sarah, you're gonna see the absolute rage in his eyes, having been struck for a third time, and he's going to wait and see if Shimmer has anything else to do.
Casting a healing word on myself at 3rd level.
Okay.
Wait, actually, yeah, 3rd level. 14 healing.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Sarah, Thorin is going to reach out with both hands and attempt to grab you by the ankles. So this is going to be an opposed grapple check, so you can use athletics or acrobatics. I got a 25.
I can't defend against a 25.
He rolled a nat 20 plus his 5 strength
I have a plus
modifier.
1.
Unfortunate. So he's going to grab you by the ankles, and he's going to attempt to throw you.
Does this provoke an attack of opportunity by any chance?
No. But I will need an acrobatics save from you and you, Thaddeus, as he tries to throw Sarah at you.
4.
Got it. Sarah, you do great. Despite having been pulled off a table and hurled at your friend, you managed to flip over and absorb most of the blow through the power of your legs. Unfortunately, those legs happen to land on Thaddeus's chest. Thaddeus is not so lucky, and he will take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as he is pushed back out of the doorway 5 feet.
And that breaks my concentration, right?
You will need to roll a save. Roll me a d20, and you will need higher than a 10. I think it's with wisdom. Oh no, Constitution. It's a d20 plus con, and you'll need.
Well, in that case, that's 14.
Okay, excellent. So your concentration is still there, and you have been pushed 5 feet back into the hallway through the door. Sarah is now in front of you. You guys are all standing in a line-ish down this roughly 5-foot hallway.
That is just
Maybe
like,
10.
well, we did get what we came for. Anybody want to go?
You see that Sarah is still looking very intently at Thorin.
Okay.
I don't particularly
to
want to be murdered.
Also,
Uh-huh.
I have 2 weapons now. So, taking the attack action on my turn, could I do 2-weapon fighting of that sort? A 2-weapon fighting of a sort? Do I take disadvantage or anything? I know I don't have my strength or dexterity modifier to my offhand attack normally. That's about as much as I remember.
Yes, if you're holding the 2 weapons, you can take the 2-weapon fighting because they are both finesse weapons, I believe. So you can make an attack normally and then an offhand attack without your modifier. But it is Thaddeus's turn still, actually.
Okay. I am. Can I dash in there and attack?
Um,
Can I only dash in there?
no, you can dash in there and attack. Both of these people are dead. You just have to push past Sarah, which will only take 5 feet of your movement, and he is only 25 feet away. So you
Perfect.
can
That's
reach Thorin.
exactly what I need. I can reach Thorin. I'm going to reach Thorin because he's now pissed me off.
Yep.
Because he threw my steel defender.
At you. All right. You go charging towards Thorin. His hands are outstretched, having just thrown Sarah.
Does a 28 hit?
Oh, that's
that
a
a-
nat 20.
That,
That's a nat 20.
That's a nat 20.
That's a nat 20. Your weapon is glowing with the blinding light of your smite ready. Yeah, you've hit him. Go ahead. What explain your hit to me, please. What kind of hit are you landing?
This one's going to basically be kind of like a backhand straight up into his jaw.
Ooh, you're uppercutting him with a hammer?
Yes.
Obsessively.
with a branding smite hammer, no less.
Yes.
This is gonna hurt.
Okay, so how this works, because I've never really done this before, I assume I just roll damage and then I roll the branding smite.
Right. So you're going to roll damage, and then you're going to roll 2d6 radiant damage, I believe.
Right, which the great thing about D&D Beyond is it has all of that built in, so...
Oh, then yeah, absolutely. Go for it. 2 damage dice plus 5. Your crit is 12 damage. Nice.
It's not the best, but okay.
I mean, your weapon is a d4, so that's
And then
pretty
now
good.
I roll the branding smite. 6 radiant. Wow, that was terrible.
What are you talking
6. He rolled 2d6 and got a 1 and a 5. But you rolled 2d4 and got a 3 and a 4, so... so that's
You
18
met the
points.
average.
I did.
With a D4 weapon, you hit 18 points of damage.
Actually, Thaddeus, as your hammer comes around and you watch as your strike is true, you catch him like right under the jaw. His head snaps back as you strike him, and just completely, like, whatever was holding his neck together was clearly not that strong. And you watch as the radiant magic from your weapon kind of courses through his head in a crackly pattern, and you have knocked his head off.
Ouch. Knocked his block off. Literally.
The body remains standing and continues to reach out for you, Thaddeus.
Ew.
But you watch as his
Ew.
head disintegrates into a pile of black goo.
Oh.
Sarah, it's your turn.
I'm going to drop my shield while I'm charging towards behind Thorin. And as my part of my movement action, I'm going to draw my +1 rapier with my offhand.
Okay. So you charge in behind Thorin. You have him flanked, and you're wielding both rapiers. You will have advantage on your attacks.
So, 19, which I think we've already established doesn't hit.
In this instance, 19 does hit.
Oh. And a 24.
24 also hits.
So they will take 9 points of piercing damage,
Out.
as well as they have to make a DC 15 Constitution save. I don't remember if it's at the start of their round or their turn or what, or take 1d4 piercing damage. Yeah, bleeding damage.
That will be at the start of their turn, but yes.
And then they take 10 more points of piercing damage.
Ouch. This is going to get interesting. All right. Sarah buries both rapiers into what was plate armor, but is now soft and mushy-like. Elise, it is your turn.
As Sarah does that and he sort of transforms, I shout so Elise can hear. He's a construct.
Things are never simple, are they?
We'll keep firing at the construct.
Go for it. Did you say things are never simple?
Yes.
21. Still sneak attack
Yes, he is flanked on both sides. 21 does hit.
for 25 damage.
Damn, that really hurts.
I would imagine.
Sarah, Thaddeus, Elise, and Shimmer. You
Mhm.
watch as Elise takes a final shot with their short bow, the arrow burying itself like dead center of what should be a breastplate and just tears right through it, a massive hole appearing as the black goo starts dripping from the inside, and the hole just widens and widens and widens until the rest of Thorin Ironloak just falls away. You guys have defeated him. He turns into a puddle of black goo that just evaporates into the air. What would you like to do?
Is there still that
Oh,
one
that's-
cultist there?
Yeah, there's still the other
he's standing there and watching his leader melt. He is frozen. He is not moving.
Well, Sarah is raging, and this person was attacking me earlier, so Sarah's in kill mode, more or less.
Sarah, in your rage, you wouldn't have noticed, but the rest of you realize that cultist hasn't moved since Thaddeus knocked Thorin's head off. But it is technically Shimmer's turn.
Shimmer is not going to go in because gross.
There's a lot of goop everywhere. Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
A lot of that goop's probably all over me.
It was momentarily, but it evaporates fairly quickly.
Breathe it in.
In that case, Shimmer will actually walk in slightly, sort of being very careful where she steps and looking around in disgust. Well,
Mhm.
this is disgusting. Looks at the dead dog in disgust as if she wasn't the one who killed it.
It's the only thing that hasn't melted away in this room besides the remaining cultist. As you step in, what was a seemingly vibrant and decently adorned planning / kind of war room has the illusion has melted away to a decrepit and barely furnished, broken down, kind of like cracked causeway type of thing. Definitely not a place that Shimmer would be hanging out in anymore.
Ugh, who would want to be in a place like this? Disgusting.
Apparently that cultist that's still in the corner that hasn't moved.
Yeah, as soon as it gets to my initiative, I'm attacking him.
Yeah, it technically after Shimmer, Thaddeus' turn. Thaddeus, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'm going to move to the cultist and I'm going to attack it.
Sure. Go ahead.
We don't like getting information around here.
No.
I mean, they're goop files, and I'm
23.
raging.
23
And
will hit.
7 damage.
Okay. Roll me a wisdom check, Shimmer.
Not 20 plus 2, 22.
Perfect. You've been around enough magic in your time to know to come to the understanding that as soon as Thaddeus knocked Thorin's head off, any of the cultists in the area had stopped moving. So it's easy enough to believe that you wouldn't be able to get any information out of a creature that has no thoughts of its own.
I think that thing is just like a mannequin at this point. You think we could just walk out of here? We don't have to worry about the things outside.
And that would bring us to Sarah's turn.
All right, Sarah is going to move around behind the cultist and make her 2 attacks.
Yeah, go ahead.
My first one, with advantage, is a 3.
Well, that's a 10 total, and that 10 does hit.
Okay, and the second one's a nat 20.
That also hits. How do you deal with the remainder of this cultist?
So I stabbed them with my wounding rapier, and then noticing how soft it is, I just cut them diagonally in half with my other rapier, my +1 rapier.
Like cutting through cookie dough.
Yeah.
You watch as this creature standing still gets cut in half by Sarah and just turns into black goo and melts away.
And then, with there being no more hostiles in the room, Sarah looks around for a couple seconds, and then the steam dies down, and then the upraised armor plates kind of all plop back into position, and my eyes stop glowing red. And I'm like, "Hello, Thaddeus. How are you?"
I'm well, Sarah. How are you? Did they harm you too much?
Running diagnostic. No, I'm fine.
Good. What do you say we get out of here?
Sure. I don't even remember getting here. As I walk to your side.
Nice. All right. You guys are aware that the cultists that you ran into earlier and that you sidestepped around are likely not a threat in this current instance. You are technically at the far end of the thieves' hideout. How would you like to handle this? As far as you're aware, the only way back is over the crevice.
Yeah, there's that crevice.
I propose we venture forward rather than back. I believe we're going to have a tough time backtracking the way we came.
I have the jump spell.
What?
I could just cast jump on us all.
Oh.
Can you cast it on everyone?
It's at will.
Do you have enough spell slots?
It is at will. It
At
is
will.
a magic item. It does not have charges.
With it being a magic item, is it restricted to self?
No.
Well, then
It's
check.
the jump ring, right?
Yes. But, I've been using it on everyone. Because it doesn't say that I only have to use it on myself. So.
Well, that's strong.
Well, unless any of you can think of another reason why we need to be down here, I say we get out of here.
So,
All right. There is a wooden door on the other side of the room from where you came in, if you would like to go through that. Or you can start heading back the way you came.
I'm gonna just follow the group.
You know what's funny? I forgot to include all of my rage damage. Oh well.
Yep, that happens. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are heading back using Elise's ring of jumping.
Shimmers.
Sorry, Shimmer's
Yeah.
ring of jumping. I just noticed that Elise, you changed over to your character art.
Yeah, unless there's something the universe wants to reveal to us.
Well, like I said, there's a wooden door in front of you, or you can go back the way you came. However you want to handle this, that's up to you.
Yeah, we're pretty much, well, I'm going back the way I came then.
Okay.
Oh, that's neat.
If you are outlining a way directly out.
But all right, Sarah, your team is headed back towards the crevasse.
Yeah, can you move me with him? I'm following Thaddeus.
You guys make your way out towards the large crack in the ground. You do see that on the other side of the crack there is a cultist and a dog standing on the wooden beam right in the middle of it, like statue still, not moving at all.
Also, before we leave, I'm going to pick up my shield. Gonna wave my
Smart.
other rapier. Just wanted to call that out there in case it's not obvious.
Smart. It was not obvious. I would have let you walk away. I'm joking. I wouldn't have let you do that. But you guys come to the crack. Shimmer's going to cast jump on you one at a time as you make your way across.
Mm-hmm.
As you make your way across, and as you start making your way back through, you notice that the area around you that was a decently constructed, carved out hideout is a cracking and decaying space that is long since forgotten. You're surprised that it was able to withstand you being in here.
You know, it's no wonder that a plank fell as soon as Thaddeus walked on it, given the state of this place.
You know what? Are you ready for this, Brad? Are you ready for this?
Oh yeah, go for it.
I would like to inspect the walls.
Sarah would. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Reference to the absolute memory of the other group. Hold on. I need to get back to my character sheet.
And Thaddeus, if you are leading this group, I will also need a perception check from you.
That'd be a nat 1 for a
Sarah,
total of 6.
Sarah, you find a rock.
Thaddeus rolled a 16 on his perception.
Got it. Elise, we did not do this previously, so if you could roll me a sleight of hand, please.
24.
Got it. Thaddeus, your perception did not meet it.
You about to trip on all those ball bearings?
He is about to trip on all the ball bearings. I'm sorry to
I
say.
found.
No,
Why
Sarah.
does this not surprise me? Thaddeus just seems like, that character.
Well, Elise did do it while you were single-mindedly marching forward towards the crevice. So, Thaddeus, I need you to make me a dex save as you step right into the trap that Elise laid previously.
18.
Good. You skate around on your feet like you've stepped out onto an ice rink for a second as you are slipping and sliding over 1,000 scattered ball bearings?
Yeah.
Right. You make it across the way and you brace up against the secret door space, like the stone door that you put back earlier. You manage to keep your feet, no problem. But you, looking back, you see that there is a good 15 feet of hallway that is just covered in like darkly dusted ball bearings.
Beware of the ball bearings.
All right.
You're kind of a fool for stepping into that. Did you not see those there? I left them on our way in.
No, I was busy going after my steel defender.
As I slide up next to you. Ball bearings.
Sarah, as you have stepped through the ball bearings, despite being warned, I need you to make me a dex save. Oh, you did.
I already rolled. Yeah.
Oh, that's a 17. Yeah, you made it as well.
To roll with advantage.
No. Sarah rolls in behind Thaddeus up against the stone door and looks back and is like, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Elise, if you want to pick your ball bearings back up, that is going to take you a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was going to say that
Shimmer
too.
is
I will help.
Staying back and is not going near the ball bearings and is waiting for the servant to pick it up. She is
Smart.
not saying that out loud, no offense.
All right. Elise and Sarah working together, you were able to collect all 1,000 ball bearings, despite them having been kicked a little bit by Thaddeus and Sarah. This is a very confined area, so you're able to collect them all. Thaddeus, the stone door sits in front of you, the one that you put back earlier. I need you to make me a strength check if you would like to open it again.
Can I assist?
With help from Sarah, you may roll this at advantage.
18.
Nice.
Nice. The door is much harder to open from this side, but you do manage it. Slowly and carefully, you hear it creaking a little bit as stone scrapes against stone, but you have successfully reopened the hallway. Nice. Making it out from where you are currently is not a problem. You guys head back up out the secret tunnel exit.
Yep.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
You guys get to the ladder that leads out of the secret entrance, and you look up and you see that it is closed.
I will go to try to open it.
I
Okay.
will assist.
So Sarah climbs up first, with Thaddeus going after her. Thaddeus having dealt with this particular rock before, offering his advice. So Sarah, I will need a... you can give me an investigation or a strength check if you want to try and muscle your way out.
Strength check or strength saving throw?
Strength check if you want to muscle your way out, or investigation if you want to look for a mechanism.
Do I have an advantage on the investigation?
You have advantage because Thaddeus is offering his assistance.
Okay. Roll that again. Hopefully for a better result. Not much better. 9.
No, unfortunately. You look around, you see that the rock is on some sort of mechanized slide, but you do not see a trigger up here.
I'm gonna try and force it along the slide.
Yeah, go ahead and give me your strength check.
9.
Another 9? You are having a terrible time.
Oh yeah. Single digits all day.
Unfortunately, you can feel the rock shifting in your hand, but this is an awkward position that it's not something you're used to. Your joints aren't meant to move this way.
Really quickly, I'd like to do an investigation to see if I can find the mechanism to move the rock.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna climb down and be like, it's broken. I'm gonna put my arms, cross my arms.
Okay. So Sarah's going to climb down. Thaddeus is going to climb up. Thaddeus, you watched as Sarah looked around for something and then pushed on the rock and was unable to move it. So I will give you
23 on my investigation.
Yeah, okay. Exactly what you needed there.
Yeah, it was right there. I tried to explain it.
There is a small like sliding switch lever next to the ladder that was on your way up, but below where Sarah was investigating. So you flip the switch, you can hear the rock unlock, and as you reach up, like as your fingers touch the rock, you can like flick it with your wrist, and it slides back no problem. It seems to be much easier to open from the inside than the outside.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. All right, way's clear. Let's go.
All right, you guys have escaped. Congratulations.
Freedom,
Hooray!
yay.
You guys climb out of this secret entrance.
The second Shimmer is outside. She's prestidigitationing herself clean.
Yeah, Thaddeus is kind of, patting himself off.
Not that bad.
I'm standing there completely unfazed.
At least also dusting herself off.
You guys, you climb out of the secret entrance, and after you do, the rock slowly starts sliding back closed. It looks like you have to hold it open, or it will eventually close on its own. But you have done it. You have successfully rescued Sarah, though you don't have any more information on why Sarah was kidnapped in the first place, really. But you do find yourselves on the island in the middle of the shipping lanes next to the shadow tree, and it is now turning to evening But that is where we were going to end our session today.
We end with the freedom.
We end with the freedom. That's all for now. But when we return next episode, I'm sure the Timebreakers will continue to impress us.
Timebreakers.
You can come join the Discord. The link is in the description. We'd love to have you. We'd love to talk with people about what's going on. You can come in and, if we get enough people in, then I could start making polls and people can start making more interesting decision on the things that the players do or do not interact with. But you can leave a rating, leave a review, and tell us how you really feel. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.